Good morning everyone, my name is Crystal. Welcome to my YouTube. I'm here in my flat in Rochester, Kent, where I live, and it is freezing effing cold. It's really cold. I woke up feeling frozen. I did not want to get up out of my sleep. I was absolutely frozen solid. So it must be really cold outside. Alexa, what's the temperature?
Good morning, Crystal. At the moment, it's 0 degrees Celsius. Today, you can expect a high of 8 degrees.
So it's 0 degrees at the moment. It's absolutely freezing. So normally is first thing in the morning and last thing at night. It's usually a bit warmer during lunchtime, so I'm cold. I've put the heating on just to warm up the flat when I get up. Absolutely freezing this morning. Alexa, good morning.
Good morning, and happy birthday to actor Warwick Davis. He landed his first role as Wicket the Ewok in Return of the Jedi, aged just 12. The character's movements were inspired by Warwick's dog.
Alexa, what's the time, please?
The time is 8:29 a.m.
Alexa, what's the date today?
Today is Monday, the 3rd of February.
Alexa, what's the weather outlook for the next few days?
Here's the weather in Rochester for the next 7 days. Tuesday, 10 degrees Celsius and overcast weather. Wednesday, 9 degrees and lots of clouds. Thursday, 8 degrees and lots of sun. Friday, 6 degrees and overcast weather. Saturday, 5 degrees and cloudy skies. Sunday, 5 degrees and showers. Monday, 4 degrees and snowy, rainy weather.
Ooh. So next week's gonna possibly have some snowy weather. The sun has now come out. Bit of sun. Alexa, can you tell me a joke?
Why did the football pitch become a triangle? Because someone took a corner.
And Alexa, who was born on this day?
Celebrities born on the 3rd of February include Elizabeth Holmes, Isla Fisher, Beau Biden, Warwick Davis, and Maura Tierney.
Alexa, who is Isla Fisher? Alexa, who is Isla Fisher?
Isla Lang Fisher is an Australian actress.
Alexa, what did Isla Fisher star in?
From Poe.com. Isla Fisher is an Australian actress and author known for her roles in films such as Wedding Crashers, Confessions of a Shopaholic, and Now You See Me.
Right, Warwick Davis is a tiny little actor. His wife died and he was very upset about it. He's just a little actor. So Alexa, what has Warwick Davis starred in?
Here are the movies playing at Warwick Student Cinema,
Alexa,
University.
what has the actor Warwick Davis starred in?
Here is an answer from an Alexa Answers contributor that I translated. Warwick Ashley Davis is a British actor known for his roles as the Ewok Wicket W. Warwick in Star Wars, Return of the Jedi, Willow in the movie Willow, the Leprechaun protagonist of Leprechaun, and Professor Phileas Flitwick in the Harry Potter film series.
So he's a dwarf actor, small little man that starred in Star Wars. So, good morning. Let's hear some news. Alexa, latest news.
Here's the news. In Sky News Streams,
From the Sky News Centre at 8, Beyoncé has made history as the first black woman to win Best Country Album at this year's Grammys. Her record, Cowboy Carter, also won Album of the Year, making her the first woman of colour to take home the prize this century. At the ceremony, she asked artists to follow their dreams.
I think sometimes genre is a cold word to keep us in our place as artists, and I just want to encourage people to do what they're passionate about and to stay persistent.
Rapper Kendrick Lamar's diss track Not Like Us picked up Song of the Year. Donald Trump has warned US tariffs on EU imports will definitely happen. The American president's expected to speak to the leaders of Mexico and Canada as they vow to retaliate to 25% levies imposed on them. Sir Keir Starmer's in Brussels, where he's expected to urge European countries to commit more in defence spending. It's thought the PM will also talk about the issue of tariffs. The sister of a former head teacher who took her own life has warned a new Ofsted report card approach for inspecting schools in England risks rehashing the previous system. Ruth Perry took her own life after her primary school in Reading was downgraded to inadequate. In sports, Marcus Rashford says he just wants to play football after completing his loan move to Aston Villa from Manchester United. Former United captain Gary Neville thinks Rashford will benefit from the move.
The most important thing for me is that I think he'll be playing under a world-class coach, and I think what Marcus Rashford needs at this moment in time is instruction.
In the Premier League, Arsenal thrashed champions Manchester City 5-1. Manchester United lost 2-0 at home to Crystal Palace, while Celtic beat Motherwell 3-1 in the Scottish Premiership. That's the latest. I'm Leisha McCanna.
Alexa, exit. So good morning everybody, I'm just sat here. I don't know what the day is going to bring every day. I just take as it comes. I just try and be careful. To me, I'm just an ordinary member of the public. There was a site called Tattle Life that decided to go down my YouTube and my TikToks and try and humiliate me on their site. Humiliate me. These people publish your video, they talk about you, but they do not show their face. In my diary, I've actually written down the name of the trolls that were trying to humiliate me. It's hard not to take it personal, but you realise that people will do anything to make money. They will trash people just to make some money. I don't make money on YouTube or TikTok, and unfortunately people out there will do anything to earn money, right? So they try to trash me. Now I'm talking about a serious subject, which is child abuse, and I found it sick, humiliating, disgusting that trolls would try and trash me when I'm talking about a serious subject. And it's not surprising with what's going on in the world, right? What's hidden in song lyrics and things like that. They don't want it discovered. They don't want it to come out. They don't want other people like myself to see what's going on in this world. So they try and shut you up and humiliate. I watched a video by Altian Childs, who's a guy in Australia who speaks about what happens within the music industry, and he named celebrities involved in this like conspiracy of Freemasonry, and the symbols they use to humiliate Jesus Christ and God in their videos. The number 33 is a Freemasonic number, so they use the number 33 a lot. 33333, right? When I was approached by Charlie, he took me to his flat. He was next to the Freemasons, And then it all clicked in. It all clicked in with what they were trying to involve me in, and I wasn't having anything to do with it. Right? Devil worship, satanic worship. And it does go on in this country, places like Devon, Wales. There is still satanic worship. You only need to look it up. What we see on the news, listen to on the news, watch on the telly, is what is chosen for us to watch. We don't choose it, do we? We only watch what is put out for us. However, in our own homes, such as myself, I can listen to what I want. I don't have to listen to what they put on the telly for me or on the radio. Don't even like listening to the news now. I don't know whether it's real news, fake news, just stuff they're trying to distract us with, and we don't know the whole story. It's like the Holocaust during the war under the regime of Hitler. Right? You don't find out the true atrocities of what have gone on till it's all over. Do you see what I'm saying? Nobody really knew what was going on. It was all hidden and covered up. The atrocities committed during Adolf Hitler's regime. I mean, I saw on the telly, like the commemoration of it, you know, remembering the poor victims. Should never have happened, should it? Thinking you're a supreme race and you're going to eradicate all of the Jews. Because Hitler thought he was the supreme being and he could wipe out inferior people to him that he thought were inferior. And they let this man rule Germany, who today, in my opinion, was a complete psychotic nutcase. They let this man rule and wipe out millions of Jews. Don't you think he was a psychopath and a nutter? Allowed to rule Germany? Do we actually know who's ruling our country right now? The real background history of the people ruling this country, telling us what to do? I don't. Are they fit for purpose? Are our police force fit for purpose? All I can see is bullies in the police force, racists, people that think that because they're a policeman they have the right to bully women, and some of them attack them. When I think about it, is the country fit for purpose? Are people safe in this country right now? I would say absolutely not. We do have cameras in some of schools' children's toilets. This isn't 1970s, 1980s, 1990s, this is 2025. When I was a kid in the 70s, I could walk down the shop and I could go and buy alcohol and cigarettes if I was under 10, because there was no law stopping children from buying alcohol and cigarettes. There is now. We in this country are going backwards instead of forwards. The doomsday clock is ticking closer towards the end of the world, apparently. Never has it been that close before than now. Even I now can't believe what's going on. And when I was a kid these things happened. It's 2025 now. Over 40 years ago. Why are we letting people punished as disabled and poor? I'm not saying it's the extent to what the Nazis did, but there are some people out there that are extremely physically disabled. There are people that cannot work. Are they going to be inquisitions? Embarrassed, humiliated? What is going on? Why is our government punishing poor people, mentally disabled, right? Because you put these people to work on the streets. Number one, they're probably gonna, some of them might feel suicidal if they're in agony and pain, forced to work. Some of them may possibly die. Some people will go crazy and attack other members of the public if they've got a mental health disorder that's not being treated properly. My mother is not getting treatment. She believes she's the only God's daughter. I can see she's not well. So can everybody else, but they just ignore it. Ignore it. Schizophrenic people can be dangerous. They can attack other people because what they think is real is not real to anybody else. Do you understand where I'm coming from? You need to treat these people with care, give them medical care they need, not thrust them into a workplace they don't understand. Maybe they're using that to get rid of other people without doing it with their own hands. I myself just deal with things as they occur. And no one messes with me. I know the law. I know basic human rights. I know that every person you have to have a certain limit of living expenses, and they can't go under that because they're breaking the law. People need to look into that if you haven't got enough money to live on. To me, possibly the government's breaking the law, the way it's treating members of the public. What I do not understand, and they don't like you speaking out, this is why I'm being punished, is that a man of 61, which Keir Starmer is, and I'm getting old and I get creaky in the morning and find it hard to get up out of bed, right? Now he's living comfortably, he's an older person living comfortably. There's people his age that have got cancer, people in wheelchairs, people that are mentally ill and need help and support. What I don't understand is why he's punishing them. Maybe he's got something in his childhood, his background, and he doesn't want to feel old. Maybe that's it, so he's punishing the elder generation. I don't know. But it's obviously a psychological thing he's got wrong with him. That's what I believe. Because shouldn't you sympathise with people your age and not punish them? Perhaps he doesn't like being old himself. I'm not a psychiatrist, but why would you punish the unwell and the elderly. Maybe he's frightened of getting old. Who knows? But I'm telling you now, if he forces mentally disabled back to work and he forces people that are clearly unwell, then there's going to be a massive trouble that he's caused himself and his government. And it needs someone to step in and stop this. But unfortunately, we have a weak king with no power. And that is the truth. He's got no power at all, has he? You can see there's chaos outside on the streets. There's chaos. Every town centre there's chaos. There's drug addicts. They're getting no help and support. Homeless, lying on the floor in doorways, -degrees. Instead of helping people, they're punishing people. Oh, let's pick that old man up and put him in a jail cell. Not give him some food to eat and brush him up and help him in somewhere to live. No, and they let other people into this country and they give them 4 or 5 bed houses. But there is British people on these streets lying in doorways right now. See you later.